Hey everybody, and today I want to welcome you to RimWorld. Now, we're going to just jump into this game right away. I have played it a little bit, so I know a little bit of what I'm doing. But we're just going to go ahead and jump in as Crash landed. Hit next. I'm going to use, let's see, there's Cassandra Classic, Randy Random, and Phoebe Chillax. So I'm going to use Phoebe Chillax as a base builder. Now here we have free play, base builder, rough, challenge, and extreme. I'm pretty sure the names kind of explain themselves, but just in case you don't know, you can hover over them and it'll actually tell you. Free play is a style of games focused on building a colony in a sandbox-like environment, and there are going to be threats, but they're going to be weak. Base builder is kind of what I like to play, which is normal. It's off and on, it's normal, and kind of things just come in at you, and they're easy to kill, but they're still, they're still hard. Rough is different. Rough is hard, challenge is challenge, and extreme is you're gonna die right away. But let's jump in. So right here we're gonna select a seed. I'm gonna use dice, and I'm gonna select 400 by 300. That 400 by 300 is the size of the map where you can actually select places to live. So like right here, for instance. I think I'm gonna choose about right here. I would randomize this too, but it kind of bothers me when it picks shitty stuff. So I'm going to randomize it there. Okay, so right here we're going to create our characters. Now, we're not technically going to create them, we're just going to kind of randomize them and get what we want. The one thing we're going to mainly look at is health and skills. You can also look at traits if you want, but I never do. So she, like for instance, for traits, dislikes men, she's not going to want to be around men. So we don't want her. Plus her skills are kind of shitty. So let's go ahead and move on. Shitty skills, shitty. Oh dang, she has a 20 melee. Her passion is burning for melee, melee, whatever you want to call it. She also has really good medicine, really good animals. She has not much in growing, but she can actually learn it. She has a little bit in mining, and she is artistic, and she can craft, and she has some construction skills. So we're gonna keep her. We're gonna go ahead and go on. He has a 4 in cooking, but he's not what we're looking for. He has 11 in cooking now, but this guy girl thing does. He has cryo sleep sickness, which is gonna affect him at the very beginning, but once that kind of wears off, he'll be fine. He's okay at mining. We're gonna go and move on to the next one. We'll keep them for next. See, like that would have been a horrible start if we would have started with them. They wouldn't have been able to do anything. Now she is horrible at crafting and research and shooting, but she can learn shooting, and she is amazing at mining. So digging tunnels and extracting minerals or buried resources. Okay. So yeah, I think that's our team. We're gonna keep Surgeon, Taster, and Barkeep. Sorry, Tony, Jimmy, and Loser. Let's jump in. Okay, so we're gonna start the game off with everybody falling from the sky in their cryo sleep pods. Okay, so here I'm going to pause it using a spacebar, and we're going to go ahead and put a few things aside and get a few things sorted out. Now this is the map. As you can see, there's hills you can mine into, there's all sorts of things. Sometimes you can find ancient treasures in the hills. I don't see any actually this time, but there could be one I'm just missing. But we start here. So first of all, I'm going to start off by go ahead and laying out some zones for them to use for their stuff. So you got a stockpile zone, a dumping zone, and a growing zone. You need all three of these to begin with, is what I've seen, experienced, not seen. But so I'm gonna go ahead and make a stockpile zone, and under that I'm gonna make a dumping zone, and I make them both 10 by 10 just for the hell of it. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did. So that's 2 over there. But it's actually naming it as 1. I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. I'm gonna go and make another one, another dumping zone. Yeah, see, there we go. Okay, and then the growing zone. So I want the growing zone to be pretty big. I'm only gonna make it a 10 by 20 this time, right now. Okay, so before I actually start the game, this is what I want to do. You need to tell your people what you want them to be able to do. So as soon as they get into the game, they need to know, like, Jimmy needs to be constructing stuff or hauling stuff. Tony needs to be doing something. So that's where this work tab comes in. Ignore the rest of these for now. You don't really need them. You do, but you don't. They're not really anything special. But so in the work tab, we're going to go ahead and push manual priorities. And as you can see, everything's set to 3 and some are blank. The blanks mean they won't touch anything to do with that. So like for instance, Tony the surgeon, Is he good at hunting? You can actually find out by pressing them and then going to character. He is going to be good at hunting, so it's good that he has that on his trait. So we're going to go ahead and set that for 2 to him. Use the right click to go up and the left click to go down. So we're going to set that to 2, and we're going to go ahead and let him be a plant cutter, a grower, and let's see, which one was it that was good at growing? We can find out that. Let's see, growing 5, let's see, I think it's loser. 1 and 3. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and let Loser and Jimmy be growers. Loser and Jimmy be growers. Okay, so they can do that. Now, for cooking, you also need to find out which ones are good at cooking and stuff like that. And you just kind of need to go through and set them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Social, melee, cooking, 4. Let's see, Loser is a 4 cooking. Tony is a 2. And, okay, so yeah, see, Jimmy is an 11 at cooking, so I definitely want him to be doing all the cooking. Better set than him. He was actually 3 and they were nothing, so it's actually good that he was set to do that to begin with. Now, for the other stuff, I want them all to be constructors. I want them all to mine. And since he doesn't have anything for those, he doesn't have a single, Tony doesn't have a single one yet. Wait, can Tony mine? I need to make sure Tony can mine before I can set that for him. Yeah, he's a 5 in mining. Was there one that was really high in mining? Yes, I want Loser to be the #1 miner as well. Okay, and then I want them all to be plant cutters. And I need haulers. Where is haul? Haul. They all need to be #1 in haul, so they know to do it. And I can put 3 for research there. Awesome. So then I can start the game, but before I do, I'm going to go ahead and actually click on these and press F on them. Let them get out of the way so I can actually press them. Now this tells them that they are allowed to touch this stuff, because when they land, for some reason, they're not allowed to. I don't know why, to be honest. I can't click this knife. There we go. And then P on, actually, yeah, P on stuff to haul it. So like I want this stuff, they can haul it to their zone, and it actually puts them in their inventory. Say like there's a bunch of steel over here that you start the game with, and this kind of helps with you know, telling kind of what you need to build stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and set it to fast forward, and they're actually going to go ahead and start growing stuff. But the one that I didn't set to growing is actually going to start hauling stuff. So while they're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start kind of giving them an offer to build a house. Like, I'm going to go ahead and start building a house. Now, when building a house for them, they don't like to be in the same area. It kind of destroys the, it kind of like takes away the effects. It makes them hate their roommates more. It hates, you know, the environment because they have to sleep in the same room. So you want to make kind of, if you have enough material, you want to make kind of a same, in like different rooms, which is what I'm going to do. It's actually starting to rain, which they're going to hate that as well. I'm just getting the rest of these materials for them. Okay, so as you can see, she's hauling stuff. He's eating. You actually want to do this grow at the very beginning so they can have food, they don't run out. And I'll actually show you how to make it where they can keep food longer, for longer seasons, so they can store it. Now, as you can see, they're cutting wood, which is giving us wood, which is awesome. So what you want to do is you want to come over to the Architect tab and go to Structures. And in Structures, you can see a door and wall, deconstruct and cancel. You want to hold down, or just simply click on the door or the wall. And I use wood at the beginning because there's no use in using your steel kind of at the beginning of the game like that, whenever you can use it on solar panels and power later. So I'm just going to go ahead and build kind of a semi-large house for them to live in. This way they can have kind of separate rooms, and you know, they don't have to complain a lot about a lot of stuff. Now, a good thing about having a house at the end, they're going to like it because they'll have a nice place to stay. But not only that, is whenever things come and attack, they won't come in your house. They'll wait for you. And as you can see, she's slowly failing every once in a while at constructing. And they're also sleeping on the ground now, so that's why you need to hurry up and get it. The house needs to be like the third thing you do, because once they get a house, they'll be inside and they won't be as upset. If you actually click on them now and you put in needs, she slept on the ground, so it gave her a -4. Slept on the ground in the cold, gave her a -4. And it actually is kind of cold outside, so that's going to make it worse for them, and she was uncomfortable. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let them finish building. Is she the only one that's construction? I'm gonna make them all number 1 in construction. No, I'll only make 2 of them. That way, you know, we can kind of get the house done faster and they're not super unhappy. I'm gonna go ahead and replace the floor with all wood, if I have enough. I do not have enough, but I'll soon have enough as soon as they kind of get stuff, you know, cut out of the way. You can also do this. See, they're kind of getting more wood as they clear out the area, so. You can go to orders, and it kind of gives you just a variety of all the orders. This is every order in the game. So, like, I can go over to chop wood, and I can just select an area for them to chop. And they'll actually go and they'll chop that wood and put it in their inventory. You can also do that for mining. I can select like all this to mine, but I'm not really going to do that because that'll just kind of line up stuff that I don't want them to do yet. So while they're building the walls, I'm going to go ahead and lay the rest of the wall for them so they can kind of have just separate rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a wall. So now they each have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so okay, so now they have each of the same size rooms, and we can just run. If you want to cancel something, you click on it and press cancel. You gotta do it fast or else they will build it and you'll have to move it. I'm just gonna build it straight across and then put a door in the middle of each one. This way they each have their own kind of little room, and it's actually becoming nighttime again, so they're probably gonna be unhappy. The house isn't done. They do have the growing done already. They got it done really fast, which is pretty awesome. Now also, another thing you want to look out for is right here at the bottom right, there's going to be nice little hints that show up, like there's an escape pod or there's something else. You want to pay attention to that. I miss them all the time. I mean, like every day that I play, I miss it. So you want to pay attention to that because you can actually find people who have crashed down just like you. And I haven't ever had one to join me. They've actually just been huge assholes. They've been healed by us and then they just leave. So, you know, I kind of just... sometimes I'll heal them. I haven't had one that I haven't helped yet. A lot of them will die, or they just won't ever be able to walk again. So, you know, you might be unlucky and get those. But so far, I've only had one die on me through the whole process, and the rest have just kind of got up and left. I don't really know how to recruit them if you can. So if I figure that out on the way, you know, we'll go ahead and see how that works. So let's see, they're just going to go ahead and eat. We're going to actually make a fridge soon, so they, you know, don't have to do much. Where are they going now? They might be just running around for a minute, just kind of playing. They need to finish the house. Okay, yeah, okay, they're going back to work now. Awesome. So, yeah, they don't need to be working 24/7. I mean, I'm going to have them working a lot. It's not going to be something small that they're, you know, I'm going to make sure they work a lot because we kind of need to get stuff done. And, okay, so now while they're doing that, I have the game paused now. You can kind of go around and see things like buildings, old walls and stuff. Now, this is what I like to do because we need steel. Steel is one of the main priorities of the game. I like to deconstruct all these walls. Sometimes you need to watch out. Sometimes you'll get ancient burial grounds, and when you get that, not ancient burial grounds, I apologize, you'll get like ancient architecture things in mountains, and I don't see any, to be honest with you. It just looks like a normal wall on the outside, but I don't see any, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. But sometimes when you dig into them, it's got more escape pods like you, but it's also got turrets, so the turrets will kill your people, and I haven't figured out how to get past those yet, so just be careful, and if you figure out how, you know, go ahead and tell me. I'm gonna go ahead and see. Here's one that's it's not gonna be anything, but it could be something like that. And I think things do pop up randomly. I have noticed. I could just be wrong and just kind of ignoring it and then noticing it later. But if that's the case, you know, then I need to pay more attention. But I don't think it is. So we're just going to keep deconstructing these. Now, as you can see in the mountains, there are these weird things like pieces in the side of the mountain. Those are ores. That's compact machinery, something you really need to build stuff like solar panels, spaceship parts, stuff like that. We've got uranium. I haven't found any uranium. That's the first time I've ever found uranium. That looks like something there. That could be something there. I'm going to leave it though, because I don't want to you know, dig into it and get in trouble already at the beginning of the game, like I have plenty of times. That is slate. You're gonna need that for later. I don't know what yet, but I'm gonna go and unpause them and let them kind of get some stuff done. So they have beds now. Now you're also going to want to make some extra beds, and that's what I'm going to use this area for. I'm going to put a table in this area, and oh, we have a visitor. So a Muffalo Sheeman from Vera of blah 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 blah. His name Louisia. She seems to have a few items for trade. Okay, so in order to trade, you just need to select one of your people and find where the trader is. I should have went to the location. I'm not going to look for her. I'm going to let her come to us. But you can right click on the trader and then select your character, right click on the trader, and then they'll go to your trader and start talking with them. Now they didn't finish the damn floor, which I wish they would. Oh yeah, see, here's the trader. So they're just gonna come in and kind of look around, see, you know, how I'm doing. So I'm gonna go and set it to fast mode. I'm gonna go ahead and select you, and I want you to go ahead and get this bed and stuff done. That way, we can go ahead and have 3 beds. I don't know why they didn't decide to finish that first. But okay, so we have an new area revealed. We're going to go and jump to that, and it was that building that I said could be something awesome. But it wasn't, so I'm going to go and use you again. You need to finish roofing in this area. Someone is dying. So it does say we're low on food currently, which is normal. But we're not really going to worry about that till later. I haven't ever actually had that warning come off my screen. It's always been there, even though I've had like over 2,000 something food. Are all my people going to come home? Or visitor from... Okay, so that tells you in the top left that the visitor is leaving. Also, in the very top left, you see your resources that are in your stockpile. So that's nice to have. Where are my people? Okay, they're all going home. Okay, yeah, see, now they have beds to sleep in. Now you can click on them and go to needs, and see it doesn't say, that's considered sharing a bedroom because they didn't finish the damn wall. She's depressed, but it's her trait, so it's normal for her. She's in a little pain, and she's feeling bad, so yeah, that's gonna be normal. I wish they'd have finished that damn wall, like I told them to. I'm gonna go and make him prioritize. Okay, so this will pop up after you kind of lived a day. Since it looks like you'll be here for a while, Jimmy thinks that you should give the community a name. What should the name be called? It's not going to be Flowerfield, that's for fucking sure. I don't really know what I should call it. I'm going to call it Giddyville. So we got Giddyville now. He needs to go ahead and prioritize the rest of this house. They do, sorry. Let me see if I can actually make construction #1 for all of them. That way, maybe someone can try to come and, which one was #1 in construction? I can go ahead and make them finish the house. Okay, so loser was actually #1. Where are you going, loser? Where are you going? You're going to help Tony. I'd rather you finish the house. Yeah, I'd rather you finish the house so we could go ahead and get it done. This way, you know, we can kind of get the house done faster. I honestly don't know why they aren't finishing the house like they're supposed to. They're probably just working on the, just deconstructing stuff at the end, outside. Nah, you need to go ahead and get all this done. Let's go ahead and finish the house. Now you do need to make sure that it is a roof area that they're sleeping in. And I can also force her to go ahead and haul that wood to the stockpile. And see, it actually did give me 75 wood. I'm gonna go ahead and make her haul the rest of it and finish the house. This random bush is just here. I wish they would finish the house. It's already getting nighttime. I wish they would actually... Ooh, there's a bear outside. That could be catastrophic for later. they're almost done with the house, and as soon as they're done deconstructing those walls, they'll actually go ahead and... Are you hungry? Is that where we're going? Yeah, sorry, I've been keeping her from eating. They'll actually, when they're done, go ahead and haul all that stuff back, and then wait for another command if I don't have anything lined up for them. But I will, because they need to get shit done. I'm gonna go and make them haul all this into their stockpile, so that way they can have stuff for later. You do want to find random stuff, as much random stuff as you can, like this slag, steel slag chunks. That can be useful for later. Okay, loser, it's time to get you back to work. You need to go ahead and finish our shit. Yeah, if she's not gonna eat, she needs to go ahead and finish the house. She also needs to go and get this damn rock out of her house. I don't know where she's going now. Can she even lift? I don't even think yeah, she can lift, okay. Okay, she took it down there, that's what it was. So she's gonna eat. I do need to go ahead and make a fridge. If they'd finish their damn house. You can expect the impressiveness, wealth, and beauty of individual rooms by using room stats. Inspect toggle on the bottom right. Room stats is one of these. Don't know which one it is. Okay, so a wanderer joins. Let's go and jump to that. So we actually have a new person. Okay, so this is Emma. She's naked. She is awesome at melee. She's okay at social. She's really good with animals, medicine. So she can be our doctor. So Emma needs to be a doctor for sure. What else? What else? What else? Emma, you can do research. So I want you to fucking hit research whenever I have it. Are you a good constructor? Yeah, you are. So I think we should go ahead. Is she a good hauler? Is she already hauling? I have such a hard time finding haul. She's got it set to 3, so we'll go ahead and set it to 2. Where did she go? Is she taking stuff back? No, she's helping deconstruct. Okay. Well, as soon as I get that done, they'll go ahead and... What is this going to give me? This should give me a bunch of cool stuff. Oh, yeah. Do I have to haul any of that? Or is it? Okay, it's automatically. So we're going to go back to the house and start making some other preparations. If I can find the house. Where is the house? Here it is. As you can see, we only have 3 beds, 4 people. That's not going to bode well. So I think what we're going to have to do is go ahead and make another part of the house, which I'm going to do now. Let's see, how long is this? 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need to have a wall here. I can actually get rid of this. Yeah, I don't like the cancel way. I wish they would fix that somehow. I don't know how, but I wish they would kind of change it. And then we'll go ahead and put a door here. And put a door here. And that's actually, wait. Oh, that's because I was trying to put a wall. We can actually put a door here. That way we can go ahead and put a wall there. Or, I'm sorry, another bedroom just in case someone comes. And did I put a wood floor? Is that what I put? Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I don't know what they're doing. They might be eating. Yeah, they're eating. So he's going to go ahead and start building, which is pretty awesome. Maybe he'll also finish the house. Ooh, they're all going to do it. So they must have finished deconstructing stuff. Maybe they'll get that done, and we won't have to worry about someone sleeping on the floor tonight. Oh, and they're also finishing their house. That's awesome. So, nope, they're going to go and go to bed, and I guess one's just going to have to sleep on the ground. Okay, so pretty much at this point, they're just going to sleep until the morning, and she is actually sleeping on the ground. There's not really much I can do. Emma's back up though. I need to put some clothes on her. I just don't have any clothes for her. That's gonna affect her thing. She's got -6 right now because she's naked. I'm naked. That's so humiliating. Well, you shouldn't be naked, you son of a bitch. Did you ever think of that? Oh, and a cargo pod just landed. Let's go and jump to it. Okay, so yeah, I just got me a bunch of shit. Sometimes there'll be people in them. And you can actually, that's what I was talking about earlier, is I've never actually had a person stay with me from that. I usually just take my medicine and then fucking leave. Awesome. So are they still deconstructing walls or what? Oh no, they're building. Okay. So after they build this part of the house, I'm actually going to start with the refrigerator and power. We don't have enough steel, I don't believe. We only have 800. Oh, well, that's silver. Component steel. We have 310 steel. That should be enough to build a solar panel or two and some nice batteries to go with it. So it shouldn't really affect anything very much. No, we got a fucking cow. They're taking their sweet ass time, that's for sure, building the rest of this house. Oh, did I put her fucking bed? Ah, I did. We are out of wood because no one wants to fucking cut wood down. Let's see. And we're getting a fucking raid. Let's go and see how many there are. There's only one. So what we need to do is we're gonna go ahead and jump to our people. And I want you. You're already coming to the house, so let's go ahead and jump to Jeremy. Jeremy, are you good at melee? You're good at shooting. Let's see. Jeremy, I want you to go ahead and get this big ass fucking gun. Loser, are you good at anything? Loser, you're good at melee. Melee, balala. And this is actually going to get her some clothes, so. What about Emma? Emma, what are you good at? Holy shit, Emma, you're good at fucking melee too. I don't think we even have a weapon for you. Let's see, do we have a weapon for her? We do not, so she's just going to have to use her bare hands, because I don't want her touching a gun. So, what you want to do is, you want to go ahead and click Emma. You want to draft her. Oh, she's already got a knife. And you want to attack. This is actually going to turn off your speed, but while he's attacking that dog, he's going to get the shit beat out of him. Now, you can actually see, okay, so she's hurt now, so she needs treatment. You can actually go to health. I'm on the Raider right now. You can see what my character is actually doing to them. So, he's in medium pain, his consciousness is weakened, his moving is weakened, talking is weakened, eating is weakened. So I apparently stabbed him in the throat. Yeah, in the neck. He got a bite mark in the neck, and he's got a lot of blood loss. I'm stabbing the shit out of him, and my dog is also helping. And we fucked him up. Okay, so now you can actually keep him as a prisoner. I'm not going to, but I'm going to have Emma strip him. And I want you to wear that. Boom. Awesome. So now, I'm just going to go ahead and... Can I kill him? Yeah, I want him dead. There's no point in keeping him alive. Really, there's not. And then they're just going to take him and put him in the stockpile, because we don't really care about him. Okay, now you need to go heal. I don't know how to make you heal. Oh, I need to undraft you, and you'll go to bed yourself. I'm sure you'll get it done yourself soon. Why are you just laying here, you fatty? You need to finish... Oh, y'all don't have enough wood, that's right. Jeremy, can you please cut these trees down? Not a plant cutter. Plant cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that to 1. That way maybe they can actually start cutting plants, and I can actually have some good, materials. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and end it here, and we're gonna go ahead and just kind of start the next episode where we left off. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you subscribe, comment, leave any advice you got. I love advice. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and see ya.